Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a recap on MRNA. Moderna was trading today on AJ's notes. I have a few things up here. You can't see this one. This one's Futu, Baba, Tesla, Myrna, and Coin. And one thing you'll see from AJ's notes. Oh, before I forget, AJ Trader 7 on Twitter, AwesomeCallsTrading.com. This is where the notes are from. But you can see right here, I have Futu, Baba, Coin, Tesla, Myrna. So today's video is going to be on Myrna. But I populated them here and I drew all my lines. All these lines were here, all in the black, before all this was filled in. Like this gray is pre-market. So, when I'm drawing the lines right here, none of this is filled out yet. So for calls, I'm entering with this green line, and with puts, it's purple line. So if you look, just a quick look, Coinbase, AJ said, if it passes 240 right here, boom, you got your play right there. Myrna, calls, enter right here, boom, right there. Puts, boom, right there. Tesla, same thing, you would have got it right here. Puts on Baba went really, really low. Like yellow is the maxed out point, Futu, green enter calls, boom, way higher than his point. So, he was giving you 112 to 120. That's already so high. 8 points. It went all the way to 125. So, all of these were playable. So just alone, I always play, notice these notes whenever he comes out with them. They're really expensive at the bottom. And his notes are always the cheapest stocks at the top. I play large cap stocks because that's how you make the most money on options. So that's why my list is all his stuff on the bottom. But this video is not about all that. My point is, pick which one do you want. Which one? They all won today. I just picked one because I could only play one at a time, and you really don't want to play two plays at once. You can, but maybe at a later date. But today I played Moderna, and I'm going to pop up the option contract on it. So Moderna, today he said, here's market open right here. Gapping up this morning, it was at 348.83, gapping up 8 points. Do not long unless pop at the open to 358. Then look for quick 4 to 6 point push to the upside. Then watch for topping. If this snaps 352, look for gap fill sell off to 348 to 350 and under. Watch for bottom curl and slow move all day upside. So I looked up Moderna on thefly.com. They had some bad news, so I knew it was going to sell off. I knew this play was going to be long for the call. The call wasn't going to be a long play. I knew I was going to be in and out, and I was. So just to recap the lines, he said it's got to break 358 for you to enter calls. So I was waiting for this moment for it to break 358. For puts, it would have needed to snap 352 right there. So I was waiting, had the lines drawn, right here. So let's recap. I have the chart for Webull right here for the 360 calls that I had purchased. So right here, I put the low and the high for what those contracts were trading at. Now you're probably noticing, the low 975 to 1175, then why is yours 1235? I'm guessing because I bought on TD thinkorswim, and I'm showing you a Webull chart. So therefore the spreads and the fills are slightly different, but they're probably in a close range. The spreads are big on Myrna, which scares me. Like Tesla spreads are usually pretty tight, but which can be good and bad, you know. Like it can really burn you, but this is how I really profited, like from the spread. So I bought these calls at 12.35. Right here, 12.35. And then I sold it at 13.81. So I bought it at exactly 833.54. So if you look, here's 830, 831, 832, 833. And then so probably pretty hasty of me, to be honest, looking back in hindsight. It broke this line, but it's an empty wick right here. It didn't even really fill. I should have really waited for confirmation at 834 and then see this build up and then buy in like right here. Like this would have been a smarter, but I'm an idiot. I kind of jumped the gun, bought it right here. Could have really got burned. I've seen it literally do this exact thing and tank into oblivion. Just a red waterfall. Like not cool. So I really could have got burned right here, to be honest. But luckily I didn't. I got in at 12.35, even though the average on Webull was showing 9.75 to 11.75. And then I sold it at 8.34.15, like in the next minute. Like look at the jump. You know, AJ said it could top out at like right here as at 364. That never happened, and I never even really try to get that. Like I'm just really trying to get in and get out. And look what it does. His first price target was 362. It touched it. It didn't fill right there really, because like, you know, at 362 touching this high, I mean, that was the ask on it. But I mean, it doesn't look like it was really getting filled right there. So like I was trying to like sell it instantly. Like I immediately bought it and I was able to capture 1381 average from 1235. I mean, on that candle, you can tell it substantially moved up from 1025 to 1275. Selling it at 1381, like the spreads must have just been slightly staggered up on TD Thinkorswim, but this is kind of confirmation also that Webull spreads suck, and you know, you should really get on TD Thinkorswim, not because I'm a paid promotion, just because they have better spreads, better fills. You know, if I actually set a limit sell at a certain price, which I bought it at market and I sold it at limit. So yeah, I did set a limit price, and I definitely didn't set it at 13.81. So what's that show you? That TD Thinkorswim captured me at a slightly higher price than whatever I set it at. Like I saw it moving up, I tried to capture that, and someone bought it. And so whatever my limit was, it must have been a little lower than this. Like it captured higher than what my limit sell was set at. And so you're wondering, well, how does that make sense, you know? Well, somehow, some way, you know, if you set it on TD Thinkorswim, you are paying 65 cents a contract to buy it and 65 cents a contract to sell it. But if I set this at 1370 or 1350, sometimes it'll fill higher. You know, they'll actually give you the true highest bid on that contract. Whereas Webull, like if you set it at this high right here, so it's 1275, you set it at 13, it won't even fill. You set it at 1275, it will fill, but you will not get a penny more ever on Webull, because it's commission-free trading, right? Sounds so great, but you get burned on that part, where on TD you get filled higher, which made me capture more gains. Like you would have definitely still made money on Webull, but another thing they did on Webull, which I don't know if a lot of people know this, is they took away the market buy. Like I bought this market buy limit sell. They took away this market buy feature. So good luck catching the momentum trade with a limit buy it's very hard to predict with that volatility in the morning on Webull or any platform that decided to strip the market buy feature away from you. So if you don't know about day trading or if that's important or not, it is. And so AJ himself only uses market buy and market sell. I don't. That's not my technique, but I definitely do market buy for the morning bell play, because that's how you get into the trade instantly. And if you do limit buy, then you're going to just be sitting there waiting. You might get luckily filled, but probably not. But anyways, kind of went off there. But yeah, the high on that was 1440 by 835. So, it jumped up. Like, I had already sold it at 8:34:15 Central Time. So this was 9:34, 4 minutes into market open. So I sold it like, this is showing a top of 1274. I sold it at 1381. Like, I sold it way up here at this exact time, on this candlestick. Look how much more of a gain that is on TD. And I didn't even set this high of a limit sell. Like, it literally gave me free money. So, boom. 835, it reaches a high of 1440. I guess I could have held it a little longer. Who knows what it was on TD? It was probably even higher, probably like 15 something on TD, thinkorswim. But on Webull, it's showing a max of 1440, so that's what I put. 1440 high by 8:35, 9:35 Eastern, before it falls off and tanks. So in this instance, real life, real money instance, you would have spent at 12.35, 12,350 buying power, and you would have cashed out $13,810, 1460 profit, 21 seconds. You would have never been able to do this without his notes. I did jump the gun. I probably shouldn't have got such a good entry, but I did. Still, even if I didn't get a good entry, I still would have probably captured at least 1,000 profit. Just because the spreads are wide, people are buying it. But then look, if I didn't sell it at the top and then it starts tanking, look what happens when you don't take your gains, like, as soon as you buy it. Like, I bought it right here, right? I had 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes to sell it, and, profit, good profit. But then look, it just tanks right here. So if you get greedy, you're going to get burned. If you think you're going to play and get this next push right here to the yellow line, look what happens. It doesn't always go like that. But AJ's lines, look, here's this yellow line. Look where Tesla went. This one, that's put side. But yeah, it's riding that one. Baba had bad news, so that's definitely puts all day. Futu right here where you can't see it, it went above the yellow line. So it doesn't guarantee that it's going to go there or break it, but just to be on the safer side, look, it bounced right there. So yeah, I got in and out like in 1 minute, and I could have made profit in minute number 2, minute number 3, minute number 4, and then minute number 5. Like, might break even, might lose money with the spread opening up like that. And then tank, call, like, the calls just tank, like, goes from 1440. At this point, it's 773 by 1024. Like, I bought these at 1235. So look what that implied volatility does. So 1200 a contract in the morning, and I made 1400. But look, those people that entered down there, like, they're only worth 985, 993 here. It falls off substantially. So if you try to hold on to these with the implied volatility, like, implied volatility can hurt you and help you. It's a double-edged sword. Usually you don't want to buy, like, if you were swinging something, you wouldn't even buy something within the first 15 minutes because implied volatility is so rampant, but with implied volatility, the premium price spikes because that's part of the mathematical equation on what raises the premium price. So it's a good time to sell a contract with that high implied volatility. But, if you bought in with that implied volatility and that implied volatility drops off and the price isn't going up, much less it's starting to go down, like, that contract, we're looking an hour in, it went from 1,400 to 700. This contract dropped 50% in value in 1 hour from its max point at 9:35 to 10:35, so that's what implied volatility does. But that's also how you make money, but you can, imagine the people that bought these contracts at 1440, like, you hold this thing for an hour, say you just bought one, you spent $1,400, now it's worth $700, You know, say you bought 10, you spent 14,000, now it's worth 7,000. So it is risky, but like you want to be on this side of the fence where I spent 12,000, I'm cashing out 13,810. You know, like right away, 21 seconds. But if you're not quick, you're going to get burned. You know, or you just wait for the downside move. Which it did. You know, like boom, puts. AJ said it was going here, it could go down here, but look, it went low, way lower, way, just kept going lower, look. And then right here, AJ, all live on the mic, as soon as it bounced right here, he was saying, look, if MRNA hits 333, that's confirmation, because look at this bounce, 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 look, it breaks it right here, boom. He would have told you you could have entered into 335 calls right here, and look, just bank, you know, up until 343 before it started turning again. So there was 3 plays there. I just played one. I made my money and didn't play anymore, but I actually made a few more trades, but didn't really make much, lose much. It was kind of a wash, but this was my main objective. You just hit it hard, heavy in the morning, hit AJ's play, and just be done for the day, man. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Y'all have a good one. Let me know what you think.